Last night I saw Michael Mann's Heat on the big screen for the very first time. I love this movie. I've seen it probably 30 or 40 times, but never on the big screen. There's a new 4K rescan slash restoration that's been done, and it is being released in conjunction with Heat 2, which is a new novel written by Michael Mann that continues the journey and reveals more about the characters in the movie Heat. I haven't started reading it yet, but it seems like there's a little bit of a Godfather 2 type thing going on where there's a little prequel and a little continuation. So I'm curious. It's going to be great. So, what was different for me about viewing a movie I've seen this many times in the movie theater? Well, I got to tell you, one big thing was I saw the movie in downtown Los Angeles at the Alamo Drafthouse, which is so close to the scripted location of the famous bank robbery that has been ripped off and imitated in The Dark Knight and many other movies. So as the cops are calling out where to put the blockades, they're saying Flower at 6. That was like literally the location I'm watching the movie at. The movie still works really well. The gun battles are legendary. All the audio editing and the craftsmanship there is incredible. And it just has this tremendous momentum. The movie's almost 3 hours long, but you are just with it. There's so much, story momentum really as you watch these two characters played by Al Pacino and Robert De Niro on an inevitable collision course. I will say this movie is almost 30 years old now, so when you watch a 4K rescan of the movie, you do see some of the seams of the filmmaking. There's certain scenes that I didn't realize in the 90s when I was watching this on DVD were sort of process shots. Like, there are these really famous shots of Amy Brenneman and Robert De Niro having conversations outside, and you can see the city of Los Angeles in the background. Well, at the time, that shot is basically impossible. So they did that with green screen, where they shot the two actors against green screen, and then they slid in these plates of Los Angeles. And that, at least to my eye, is very evident when I'm watching it. Also, makeup in the 90s was not prepared for 4K rescans, so you can see, pimples on people's faces, and it's not like 100% flattering. I figured they would have smoothed a little bit of that, just made people look, just a little bit better, but they didn't, and at the end of the day, it just sort of adds to the realism of the movie. It's Michael Mann at the height of his powers. I just don't know if it gets better than, if you could do a triple feature of Last of the Mohicans, Heat, and The Insider, that's really about as good as 90s cinema gets.